If there is any video game character that I love most, it definitely would be Megaman. Hi, this is Samurai Snake, formerly known as the Snake 383. Welcome to Let's Play Megaman. Megaman was originally conceived as an arcade game, but was reworked for the Famicom and NES releases in 1987. It was also remade for the PSP as Megaman Powered Up, with tons of extra content, including the NES levels. I intend to show parts of the remake on medium difficulty as I breeze through the NES version. I'm showing my Japanese copy of Powered Up because it's the only version I have. And I'm also impatient when it comes to localization.
2000X 年、科学の進歩によって人々は工業用の人型ロボットを生み出した。
Someone probably drank too much sake during localization and decided to rename Rock the Boy Robot Mega, thus ruining the musical pun Rock and Roll, where Roll is Rock's sister. The remake uses a chibi art style where characters are portrayed as small people with big heads. It's kind of a cultural thing, because Japanese people really love cute things, whereas Americans, not so much. We like grown-up adult things. Excuse me for being a meme-spouting lamer, but I'm pretty sure that if Rock used a universal television remote to change the channel, Dr. Wily wouldn't have been able to bust out of the TV. Since Powered Up was remade years after Mega Man 8, it has an intro stage that's mostly lifted from the story portion of the original game's manual. As Rock, you can't do much other than move left or right, climb up and down with the D-pad, and jump with the X button. All you can do is keep going right, and enter Dr. Light's lab. I want to save everyone by blowing them up! And thus, Megaman was born. Now that Rock has become Megaman, you can fire the Mega Buster up to 3 times. Keep going right and you'll encounter the boss of the intro stage. Now here's something of interest. The story of Megaman sounds a lot like that of Neo-Human Cashern. It's an old 1970s anime where a human changes himself into an android to fight evil robots. To tell the truth, anime has heavily influenced the Mega Man franchise as a whole, both in characters, design, and story. There's also another anime series that plays an equally important role in Mega Man's inspiration. It's the 1950s and 60s versions of the Astro Boy manga and anime. If a take-home message was to be found from all this, it would be that the original Mega Man series was meant to have a light-hearted story, just like the 1950s and 60s versions of Astro Boy. The boss for the intro stage is very easy. It's a prototype eye. Just shoot it anywhere and you'll gradually reduce its health. Be sure to run underneath it when it jumps or else you'll take damage. There will be other enemies like the Prototype Eye, except they'll be much harder to defeat. There will be other enemies like the Prototype Eye in the NES game, but they're definitely more difficult to deal with. While it's not officially stated, the American manual calls this city where Dr. Light lives Monsteropolis. Although I kind of find some Japanese city to be more fitting, like either Tokyo or Osaka. Most likely Tokyo. Now, the reason why Mega Man stood out from other arcade platformers at the time is because of the non-linear stage select. You can start from any stage you want. Because I grew up with the old NES Atlas guide, I choose Bomb Man first. Defeating Bomb Man will net you 90,000 points. What do points do? Absolutely nothing. They're only there for show and won't get you an extra life like in other arcade games. The controls for Mega Man are very simple. Use the D-pad to move left or right and climb up or down ladders. Press B to jump and A to fire the Mega Buster. Press start if you want to open the weapon select screen. Mega Man can also copy the abilities of his opponents. If we kill Bomb Man, we'll get to use the Hyper Bomb. If Mega Man takes damage, you can refill his life bar by grabbing those white energy capsules. Weapon energy capsules do the same, except they're colored blue. Every Mega Man level has a trope to it too. For example, Bomb Man's level is a city full of missiles, turrets, and green robots with shields called Sniper Joes. Sniper Joes can be hard to destroy without getting hurt, because they're vulnerable only when they jump or attack. This area is the difficult part of Bomb Man's stage, because respawning killer bullets will explode and damage you if you touch them or shoot them at point-blank range. The dots that enemies frequently drop serve as multipliers for your end-of-stage bonus score. Since score serves no purpose other than bragging rights, feel free to either ignore or collect them if you feel that compulsive. Mega Man games are also known for the infamous instant death spikes. If you land on them, you'll instantly die and lose a life. The point where a Sniper Joe guards an extra life indicates that you're almost at the end of the stage. Personally, I wouldn't attempt to get the extra life, because the Sniper Joe will constantly chase you and damage you. The Robot Masters all have personalities that make them more human. For example, taken from the Rockman and Forte database, Bomb Man and his weapon, the Hyper Bomb, were intended to be used for demolition purposes. His good point is that he likes to make very flashy explosions. His bad point is that he doesn't take good care of his things. Bomb Man likes bowling, but hates lighters and matches. I wonder why. Destroy the first Susie, and then climb all the way down to the second Susie, and then once they're all stopped, press the jump button to release the ladder. Now the Powered Up remake features pre-fight dialogue between Rock and every boss. For example, here's Bomb Man. Yes, you read that right. Bomb Man called Rock a son of a bitch. In Powered Up, Bomb Man jumps once and tosses a single bomb at you. When Bomb Man gets low on health, he'll use a desperation attack. He'll pull a gigantic bomb out of nowhere and toss it across the screen. Now, in the NES version, Bomb Man is slightly more difficult. he may jump once or twice and toss 2 or 3 bombs at Megaman. To avoid them, jump right before they hit the ground and explode. Whenever Bombman throws bombs at you, that should be your cue to damage him with a Mega Buster. After you grab the orb, you clear the stage, and also get Bombman's Hyper Bomb weapon as a prize. Now there is a reason why I chose Bombman first, but all of that will be revealed in the next update. In Powered Up, if you defeat Bombman and the other bosses using only the Mega Buster, they won't be destroyed, but rather disabled, and take it back to Dr. Light's lab. As a reward for using only the Mega Buster, you'd unlock them as playable characters. It's very rewarding and definitely increases the replay value of Powered Up. Anyways, back to the game. Now that we have the Hyper Bomb, we can go after Gutsman, a construction robot. With his super arm, he can lift up to 2 tons of rock. Gutsman's good point is that he has high emotions. His bad point is that he has temper tantrums. He likes karaoke and hates logical reasoning. How ironic. Gutsman's stage is the shortest. It's made difficult primarily because of these rail-lits. They'll drop you into bottomless pits. You have to time your jumps right before the gap in the conveyor belt, or else you'll lose a life. This stage also marks the first appearance of the Hard Hat Metal enemies. These little guys make many recurring appearances throughout the Mega Man franchise. Fitting in with a construction trope is the enemy called Picket Man. No, he's not protesting anything. He's just a metal with a body and a pickaxe for a weapon. He also has a shield, but he doesn't use it as often as Sniper Joe does. If you need more energy, drop down the middle pit and hug the right or left walls. Keep going down, and you'll see an extra life on the left side of the screen. This enemy, known as Eye, will inflict heavy damage if you touch him. Either shoot him in the eye to destroy him, or ignore him by walking underneath him when he jumps. Now, about Gutsman's name, a lot of people were confused on why exactly he's called Gutsman. Well, here's the thing. Gutsman was named after a certain pose that Japanese soccer players often do. They hold up their closed fists up in the air, showing that they have guts when it comes to soccer. If you come across Gutsman in the remake, you'll get this. In Powered Up, Gutsman will shake the room every time he jumps and cause Mega Man to fall over if he's standing on solid ground. You can avoid this by jumping right before Gutsman lands. Gutsman will pick up blocks from the ground, and as a desperation attack, he'll dive into the ground and pop right back up with a block. Now in the NES version, he's a little easier, but that's only saying so much. Instead of digging blocks up from the ground, blocks of rock will fall down from the ceiling, and then he'll toss them at you. They'll break up right before they hit the blocks of rock that you're standing on. Gutsman's weakness is the Hyper Bomb. You can easily destroy him by using the Hyper Bomb 3 times. Once you destroy him, the Super Arm is yours to use. The Super Arm is also one of the most useless weapons in the game. You can't use it unless there are heavy blocks around. Well, that's all for now. Stay tuned for part 2, where we go after Cutman and Electman. See y'all then!